Right. And today, we're diving deep into something that's creating a lot of buzz. The first international course on technology and AI in dermatology.
Catchy title for sure. But
Yeah.
what's it all about?
Well, we've been poring over the official program for this course, which is happening on July 5th, 2025, at the SJD Pediatric Cancer Center in Barcelona.
Okay, so we know when and where.
Yep. And to get a better feel for it, we also checked out some short videos from the organizers and speakers.
So our mission today is to boil all that down for you. We'll break down what this course is going to cover, who should be paying attention, and why it matters. No jargon, just the good stuff.
Exactly. Think of it as your cheat sheet to understanding this potentially big event.
Sounds good. So let's jump in. The course kicks off with a welcome from Dr. Daniel Bruala, the course director.
And right away, you can tell he's excited about exploring and sharing the latest and greatest in dermatology. He specifically mentions technology, AI, and advanced protocols. It's all about pushing the boundaries.
He's also looking ahead. Dr. Bruala really emphasizes that this course wants to prepare professionals for the future of dermatology. It's about understanding how to bring these cutting-edge technologies into your everyday work.
And it's important to note who this course is really designed for. Dr. Burrell is clear that it's for people who are already using technology in their work, whether it's in medical dermatology, aesthetic dermatology, or research. So this isn't Dermatology 101. It's for people who are ready to go deeper.
Right. And another thing that stood out to me is this idea of building a community. Dr. Bruala talks about wanting to spark conversations and create a network of experts who can lead the way in transforming dermatology. It's not just about learning in isolation. It's about collaborating and sharing ideas.
Yeah, that collaborative aspect is huge. So let's look at the preliminary program to see where this transformation's heading.
Mhm.
The morning sessions are like a preview of the incredible range of tech and how it's being used in dermatology.
For example, there's a session on microscopic treatments for hyperhidrosis and bromidrosis axillary, which is excessive sweating and body odor. That's being led by Ignacio Sanchez Carpintero. Sounds pretty specialized.
It is. And then there's Donis Munoz talking about pigmented lasers. Then we've got Jorge Soto covering surgical lasers. So lasers are definitely a big focus.
They are. And then we move on to scar treatments with Didac Barco. That's a big one for a lot of people.
Absolutely. After that, it's Jose Manuel Morales talking about HIFU and RDF. That's high intensity focused ultrasound and radio frequency. Both of those are non invasive ways to tighten and rejuvenate skin.
And then there's Yolanda Yilaberte presenting on photodynamic therapy. That's where you use light-sensitive drugs and a light source to target abnormal cells.
Yeah, lots of different approaches being covered. And then we have Susanna Pug, who's a real leader in dermatology, presenting on dermatoscopy, which is using a special microscope to examine skin lesions.
What I also noticed is that after each block of these presentations, there's a debate session.
Oh, yeah, that's a smart move. It means the audience can actually interact with the speakers and really dig into these topics. It's not just a one-way street.
Right, more of a conversation.
Yeah.
And then we move into the midday and afternoon sessions where the program continues to show how broad the impact of technology is in dermatology.
Right. We've got Juan Garcia Gavin talking about how tech can be used to manage acne and inflammatory skin conditions.
Then is Christina Egerin on rosacea and Paloma Borgon talking about fillers. So lots of common skin concerns being addressed.
Definitely. And Antonio Campo is presenting on combined laser and other techniques, which suggests that we're moving towards more integrated treatments where you use multiple technologies together for better results.
Interesting.
And then there's a session on advanced hair transplantation with Jose Mir.
I saw that.
In one of his videos, he really emphasized how much new tech has changed hair transplantation. It's led to much better survival rates for the hair follicles, better outcomes overall, and fewer complications for patients.
It's incredible how far that field has come.
It really is. And after that, there's a practical session with Emilio Del Rio where attendees can actually see some of these techniques in action. That's always valuable.
Totally. And then we get to the heart of the course, artificial intelligence. Julian Caneo-Mir is leading that session.
Yeah, AI is clearly the big story here. Then we have Gabriel Mahugo talking about technology in private practice, and Juan Angel Rodriguez Pozo covering technology in a hospital setting.
I remember Dr. Rodriguez Pozo saying something really interesting in one of his videos. He said that for private practice, AI isn't just an option anymore. It's a necessity if you want to be efficient and provide top-notch care. That really struck me.
It shows how AI is moving from the research lab into the real world. And the program goes even deeper, with Miriam Rodriguez leading a session on AI training and Lola Pegalahar Garcia doing one on technology training. They're making sure dermatologists are up to speed.
It's like they're preparing everyone for the future.
Right. And then there's Vicen Alonso, Montserrat Sejeras, and Josep Melvé talking about combined techniques with a focus on AI and advanced imaging. It seems like using different technologies together, guided by AI, is a big theme.
It makes sense. You can get a much more complete picture that way.
Exactly. And then in the afternoon, we have Marta Villavella talking about full face rejuvenation with fillers, Chainme Company covering how tech is changing the treatment of inflammatory skin diseases, and Ignacio Torres addressing the limits of resurfacing techniques.
That last one sounds interesting. What are the boundaries of these techniques?
Well, in one of his videos, Dr. Torres mentioned that they'll be discussing ablative, fractional, and classical resurfacing methods, along with how to handle any complications. It's about understanding the risks as well as the benefits.
It's important to be realistic.
Absolutely. And then we move on to melasma with Gustavo Garriga, new drug delivery methods with Adrian Alegre, advances in trichology, that's the study of hair and scalp, with Francisco Rodriguez Cuadrado, Endolift with Carlos Morales Raya, and another session on fillers with Laura Cubels.
Wow, they really are covering a lot of ground.
They are. And finally, we have Natividad Cano talking about tech and AI in surgical dermatology. It all comes back to that central theme technology shaping the future of the field. And then Jesus Del Pozo wraps it up with a discussion of CO2 lasers, which have been around for a while, but there are still new developments happening.
It's a packed schedule. And it's not just about specific techniques. There's also a debate about the future of public versus private practice in dermatology.
Yeah, that's a crucial conversation. How is the field going to evolve?
It affects everyone. And then there's a keynote lecture by Pablo Boiseda on the future of dermatology. That'll be a big picture view of where things are going.
I'm sure he'll have some interesting insights. And we can't forget the industry workshops that will be happening throughout the day, coordinated by David Revilla.
Those workshops are a chance to get hands-on experience with new tech and products.
Exactly. And in one of his videos, David Revilla talked about how important it is for dermatologists to constantly learn and adapt because things are changing so quickly. Those workshops will be key for staying current.
It's a constantly evolving field.
Absolutely. And the speaker list is really impressive. They've gathered some of the top minds in dermatology. We've mentioned a few already, but it's clear they've brought in experts who are pushing the boundaries.
Like Susanna Puig, who said in one of her videos that these new technologies are now essential for providing good dermatological care. You have to understand how to use them properly.
It's the new standard. So, for those of you interested in going to this event, it's at the SJD Pediatric Cancer Center in Barcelona on July 5th, 2025. You can find out about registration fees, which include options for in-person and live virtual attendance, on their website, www.techaiderm.com.
It sounds like a really important event for anyone who's serious about the future of dermatology. It's designed for people who want to stay ahead of the curve and learn how to use technology and AI to improve their practice.
It is. And for you, our listener, we hope this deep dive has given you a clear picture of what to expect from this course. We've tried to hit the highlights and save you some time.
We have. And before we wrap up, here's something to think about. With all this innovation in technology and AI happening, how do you think it's going to change the experience for patients seeking dermatological care? Imagine more accurate diagnoses, more effective and less invasive treatments, and maybe even more personalized and convenient care.
It's going to be fascinating to see how it all unfolds.
It is. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See you then.